It was your typical Wednesday lunch conversation. I was just sitting there eating my bowl of macaroni and cheese. And then the questions started to arise. Hey, Arthan, did she say yes? Yeah, bro, was it romantic? What color is her dress going to be? But is she hot? Now, I know what you're thinking. Not another socially awkward speech boy who's probably never talked to a girl, giving an entertainment on prom. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Why, yes, I am socially awkward, and no, I've never talked to a girl. Hi. I'm not talking about prom. I'm talking about getting married. Now, ladies, calm down. I'm not ready to get down on one knee just yet. Because I'm not talking about love marriages. I'm talking about arranged marriages, because that's what's most prominent in my culture and the world. In fact, 53% of the world's marriages are still arranged today. And ever since that fateful day, I've had to deal with the questions, frustrations, and common misconceptions that come with arranged marriages. And to understand this matrimonial mindset, we will take a look at the history of arranged marriages. Then we will get down on one knee and open the box to see what arranged marriages are like today. And finally, we will tie the knot by looking at both the positives and negatives of arranged marriages. Now, love marriages were not that popular of a concept back in the day. In fact, they were pretty much non-existent because, in the words of Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it, got to do with it? Absolutely nothing, actually. Take Europe, for example. In Europe, royal families would marry their children off for political or financial motives. But in Europe, they'd like to keep it in the family, if you know what I mean. Because kissing your cousins is okay if that cousin controlled all of Spain, right? Now, arranged marriages are most popular in my culture, the Hindu culture. Because even though we have millions of gods, we don't want that many options when it comes to the dating scene. But when we do choose that option better pay up when it's time to get married. And that payment came in the form of a dowry. Now, a dowry often involved many things. Cash, jewelry, and of course, cows, giving a whole new meaning to the word, cash cow. Now, a typical conversation involving a dowry would go something like this. Now, Rakesh, I will give you 2 cows and 500 rupees for your daughter's hand in marriage. But Dad, I'm only worth 500. Shh. And 2 cows, honey. Don't worry. You'll love him. Now, if the dowry was not enough to eliminate the options for you, the caste system will surely do it for you. Now, if you don't know what the caste system is, don't fret. Let's use an analogy. Let's take your typical high school. There are 4 castes. At the top, you have the jocks, the sporty kids, the kings and the queens of the high school. Next, you got your speech kids, the nerds, you know, the ones who actually go on and do something successful with their lives. Then you got your musicians, your artists, the talented people. And finally, you have me. Just me. I'm what you call an untouchable. So while the football quarterback and cheer captain are destined to be together, I'm probably 500 feet away due to an abstaining order. But you're probably thinking, Arthan, that was centuries ago. And you'd be right, actually, because just like MySpace, AOL Messenger, and the mullet, the caste system went into a corner and died a terrible death. Thank God. Oh, sorry. Gods. Now, the arranged marriages today are actually very successful. In fact, arranged marriages have a 6% divorce rate versus love marriages, which have a 50% divorce rate. I mean, there's a reason there's no Indian Romeo and Juliet. She's not going to read this. Now, parents of families will look at things that you would look at for your own children, such as similar interests, hobbies, and education. But one thing parents will never let go is the matchmaking of astrology. Yes, astrology, because in my religion it says that at the moment you are born, there's a certain star alignment for you. And if your star alignment and your partner's star alignment match up, it's going to be a successful marriage. Don't believe me? Let's try it. I have my star alignment right here. And in my other hand, I have the star alignment of a girl in this room. Hi. I don't see a ring on it, so that's good. Alright, so you see, this is my star alignment, and this is yours. So if I match and look. Now, hold on to this, you might need it later. Now, not everybody is lucky enough to find their star-crossed love like I do. In fact, some stars blow up and turn into black holes. At this point, the marriage starts sucking. And this leads to divorce. Now, in love marriages, we know that divorces can be brutal, and it doesn't turn out that great. But in arranged marriages, they go super smoothly. Instead of a, I hate you, I never want to see you again, it's a, hey, that didn't work out between us. Here's your cow's back. Now, before you parents and potential parents jump on the bandwagon of arranged marriages, we must understand the positives and negatives of arranged marriages. Let's begin with a negative. Through personal experience, your parents are constantly going to annoy you about, when are you going to get married? I can recall dinner conversations with my mom. I go home every night. Hey mom, how's your day going today? You know, Arthan, it would be much better if you just decided to get married already. I can also recall my grandpa telling me that you don't know your spouse long before deciding to getting married with them. My grandpa told me he went into the room with my grandma, and in an hour he came out and said, let's get married. It's like speed dating, but on steroids. And there's also the fact of, what if you make a mistake? You know, you marry the wrong person, and you don't like her friends, and she doesn't like yours, and you're 20 years into your marriage, she just spent all the money on your credit card, you just bought that new pickup truck, you're in debt, but let's not focus on the negative side of things, folks. Let's only focus on the positive side of things. For one, the biggest positive of arranged marriages, no more dating. That concept gets thrown away at the very start. Guys, no more having to awkwardly ask a girl out, and girls, no more having to worry about what to wear or the guy picking up the check. With this being said, the concept of meeting the parents is gone. In fact, they probably met before you did. If you two do end up getting married as well, you know who to blame. Blame the parents. They're probably the ones who set it up. Now, in all seriousness though, arranged marriages are very successful, and maybe your idea of first comes love, then comes marriage is a bit construed, and that arranged marriages can be successful if we give it a chance. Today, we looked at the matrimonial mindset that is arranged marriages. Then we got down on one knee and opened the box to see what arranged marriages are like today. And finally, we tied the knot by looking at both the positives and negatives of arranged marriages. Now, to answer my buddy's questions, am I married? No, but I have somebody in mind.